Hi, in this video, I'm going to show to you how to install the softwares needed to develop JavaServer Faces applications. And so, in order for us to develop JavaServer Faces applications, we need the following softwares: Java Development Kit, or the JDK 1.8, and the Netbeans 8.2. The Netbeans 8.2 is the IDE where we can write our codes and run from it, or simply to compile and see the output. Alright, so we are specific on these versions because these are the versions that are working, although there are also other versions, higher versions than this. But in this case, all the examples that I'm going to show to you will be using these versions because I have already tested these versions. And so the first thing that you need is to have these installers, and from where we can get these installers. These installers can be downloaded from the internet because these are for free. So the JDK, the Netbeans 8.2, these are just for free, and we can download this from the internet. Okay, so let's start off with the JDK. So we have to download it. There is a website for this one. There are many websites for this to download the JDK, but specifically we can use this website to download the installer for the JDK. So specifically, you can visit this site to download the JDK, all right, or from the Google site, you can just type download JDK or 1.8 version, so something like that. So perhaps from the list you can see one of the site there, which is this one, right? So, or you can directly type this site into your browser. And so once you visited this site, or once you have this site, you can just download. I mean, you can just go down and see the links, or the link from there. As you can see, this is JDK 1.8 for Windows. If you are using Windows, then you have to download the version for Windows. Otherwise, if it is for Linux, then you have to download that one. But because I am using here, or we're going to use here, or if you are using Windows, then this is the software for you, or this is the installer for you if you are using Windows. So if you go down, you will see something like this here. You just have to read and find the right link to click. So here it is: download the JDK 8 installer for Windows 32 or 64-bit. JDK 1.8 is also known as JDK 8. Okay, 1.8. So the 8 there, that's the 1.8 actually. So we just have to download this, or we just have to click this to go to that site now. And if you go down, it will tell you how to install it. It's all in here. So there are steps here on how to install it properly. Okay, so let's download it now by clicking this link. So I'm going to click this link now. And here it is, no? Java SE Development Kit 8U301. This should be it. This is the 1.8 version. So all we need to do is to go down a little bit, just alright, so I think that's it already. This one here, you just have to download it. So since we are going to use Windows, so we have to click over here in this link, and you will see here the installer. If you are using 64-bit computer or laptop, you have to use this one here. You have to click this link. You have to download from here. Okay. If you are using a 32-bit computer, then you have to download from here. Okay. Again, if you are using a Linux-based operating system, you have to come here, or the Mac OS or the Solaris operating system. So for Windows, it will be here, and it will be somewhere here. No? So 64-bit, it should be this one. So just click from here. So when you click this one, it will start to download. But okay. Now, because this one is under Oracle, so you have to, I think, create first. You have to create a form. I mean, you have to log to a form. I mean, you have to fill up a form. Sorry, you have to fill up a form. So download JDK here. So you have to sign up. Sorry, this is what I'm saying. You have to sign up from this site here. Okay. So, and if you don't have an account, you just have to click here, the create account, before you can download. So let's wait. Okay. So you can just put here your email address. Now, if you are a student, you can put here your account, email account that you are using in the school or in the college where you are registered. Then you have to put your password. Just have to retype it, and put your country here, and then your name. Alright, so if you are a student, you can just simply say here student in the job title, and you can put your mobile phone here, and you can put here the college or the university for the company name, the university where you are registered, and you just have to complete this. This is very basic, so this will be easy for you. Right? So from there, once you have created your account, and you are able to download now the installer for the JDK. Okay, so I will not do this anymore because I already have it. Okay, so you just have to follow the instruction. It's only something like that. Okay, so once you downloaded it, put it in one folder, and the next now is to download the Netbeans, the Netbeans 8.2 version. Again, the Netbeans is the software where we can write our code and compile from it. We can compile our code from it. Okay, so again, just like the JDK, you can download this software, this installer, from the internet, because this is just for free. Okay, so there is the site for this one, and this is the site for it. Okay, specifically, you can visit this site here. You can just Google it. Now you can use the Google to just mention there download Netbeans IDE 8.2 and a lot of links will come out there. One of them will be this one. Or you can just visit this site, netbeans-ide.informer.com/8.2. Okay, so this is the site for that one. Now, all you need to do, once you visited this site, all you need to do is to click on the download. So unlike in the JDK, here you don't need to sign up a form. Okay, so you just have to click this download here and it will be downloaded. Okay, so you just be careful with the download because there are a lot of downloads here, no? So download here, download link here. So just be careful with that. In this case, this is CorelDRAW. This is for CorelDRAW download link. So this one is for the Netbeans 8.2 version. So once you click this, it will be downloaded. So just like the JDK, I already downloaded this, and you just have to wait for it. It will take a little bit time if your internet is slow, but if you have a fast internet, and this will be fast. Okay, so after you download this software, so you just have to put the copy into one folder, so together with the JDK. So it's something like this here. All right, so I put here, this is the JDK installer, and this is the Netbeans 8.2 installer for Windows. Okay, now once you downloaded both, the first software or the installer that you need to install is the JDK first. It will be the JDK first. After successful installation, then you can go now with the Netbeans 8.2. You can now install the Netbeans 8.2. And so let's install now the JDK 1.8 version, or the JDK 8, which we downloaded earlier. So this is it. So all you need to do is to double click it. And this will appear. So we just have to say yes. Otherwise, if it's no, you cannot install it. So you have to say yes, and you have to click yes, and it should install now. So I think this one here, this is it now. So if it is not appearing in your screen, you can just simply click from the taskbar, and so you should see this one here. So this is it. So all you need to do is to click on the next button. So as you can see, it is preparing to install. So there's nothing much difficult here. So all you need to do is to just click on the next button, right? So here it is just telling us where the softwares or the modules of the installers will be installed. So we just have to click next here. So once again, depending on the speed of your computer, so sometimes this will take a little bit of time, but it will surely install it successfully, as long as there will be no problem in your computer or in your laptop. So as you can see, we have to wait a little bit more, and so here it is. No? So it is suggested that it will be better if you will not change this anymore. But if you would like to change where to install the installer or the JDK, so you can just click the change. But I strongly suggest that you don't need to change this. let it be here, install to program files, Java, JRE. So it will just be here, right? So you just have to click the next button here, and it will continue installing it. Right, so I think this is the last step. So it's now complete, as you can see. So that is just how, no? This is just how easy to install the JDK software. Right, so all we need to do is to just click the close. If you need to see the or access the tutorials, the API documentation, and so on, just click on the next steps. But if not, you just have to click the close here. So that's the end of the JDK installation. So the next one will be the Netbeans. So all you need to do is to double click this one again, your installer, which we were able to download a while ago. So double click this one. This time it will be the Netbeans. So once again, it will be the JDK first that you need to install, and followed by the Netbeans. So just like the JDK, you should respond here with a yes. And I think it is now configuring. And it is now continuing the continuation of configuration or configuring the installer. So you just have to wait for it until it will finish the installation. Now, during the installation process, all right, so we have to click this button here. No? So this screen is just telling us the softwares that will be installed. So it will install the base IDE, where we can write the JSF or the JavaServer Faces codes. So the Java SE, Java EE, Java ME. All right. So we can write codes for all of this, as you can see here, the PHP, C++ on the IDE of NetBeans. We also need this Glassfish server, open source edition. So we need this also. If you would like to run also some databases, you need this server. All right. So because whenever you run JSF, it needs a server. So this is the server that we will be using. All the applications that I'm going to show to you later on, it will use this Glassfish server open source edition 4.1, this version. All right. So you just have to click the next, and you have to accept next. So here it is also, it's like the JDK a while ago. It is just asking you where you would like to install the Netbeans. So we will just follow the recommended path here. So we just have to click the next. Including the Glassfish, we have to click the next. All right. So as you can see here, so we just have to click the install to finally install the Netbeans. Oh, it says here it's now complete. So checking for updates failed. Okay, there is no updates here according to this one. That is just fine. And that's it. So we just have to click the next button or the finish button. We just have to click the finish button, and I think that's it. So In order for you to test it, if it is really there, so all you need to do is to click your start button here, and we just have to click here. You will see here Netbeans Ide 8.2. So you have also here your JDK. It will be here. So let's just click the Netbeans. Let's see if it is running smoothly without an error. So for the first time you're going to run this, it will take a little bit time, but on the second time it will just be faster than the first time. And so I think it is successfully installed. Once you have this, installation of the Netbeans is successful, including the Java development kit. Okay, so this is just how you install. It's just very easy. The JDK and the Netbeans 8.2. Now you will be ready to create JavaServer Faces applications. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you on the next video.